John is in New York City to start off this hour. Hey, John, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. Hey, thank you for taking my call.
Sure, man. What's up?
I love your show, and I need your opinion regarding student loans.
Okay.
Our son-in-law graduated from dental school about 3 years ago and owes $270,000 in educational loans. He joined his father's dental practice and has been paying $4,000 a month towards that loan, and he'll soon be buying the practice. They currently are living on beans and rice and are very focused on paying off this debt. My wife and I wanted to help them by giving them $100,000, but we're really unsure if it's the right thing to do, and my reason for calling you.
Mm-hmm. Why are you unsure? Why would you not? What is on the don't do this column? What is under the don't do this column?
My son-in-law is very calculated. I think this isn't a surprise for him. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Enabling comes to mind. But in talking to my daughter, she was, the word isn't overwhelmed, but just the whole cost of this whole process. She wonders, how they're ever going to get out of it.
And when he gets the practice from his father, he's going to buy that practice from his father?
Yes, he is.
And where's he going to get that money?
I believe he and his dad have worked that out over time.
So he's going to owe his father a note?
Yes.
And do we have any idea how much that is?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, if it kind of feels weird to me if I'm you, that I'm getting ready to give him 100, but his own dad's getting ready to charge him through the nose for this practice.
Agreed.
Like you're trying to get him out of the hole, and his own dad's saying, "Hey, here's a shovel, dig a little deeper." That feels like I'm kind of giving his dad money almost, like through him.
I have not been involved in any of those conversations.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm just looking over here. Let's say his dad's selling the practice. I'll just make up a number for $300,000, and you give him $100,000 towards his student loans. It's almost like you're giving his dad money through him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get a little control freaky if it's me. I don't know how to do this, and I don't know what your all's relationships are, and so it might not be doable. But let's say that everybody was smiling and happy and willing to talk about this, meaning his dad, you, and him. And the three of you go to coffee and say, "Dad, whatever figure you were going to sell it to him, if you'll drop that by 100, we'll throw 100 at the student loans."
Good point.
Because I don't really want to just throw money at it and then Dad sells the stinking practice for premium, full retail price. Junior's paying that because I kind of feel like indirectly Dad's getting my money here. I don't mind you helping him. I don't think you're enabling. I really don't. And by the way, I don't think your daughter's going to die from this, so she's probably okay. She just called Daddy and whined a little bit, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you've got the money, right? Like this is not a lot of money to you.
I have the money, yes.
I mean, it's not going to damage your retirement.
No,
you've got an excess of $500,000 to $1 million left after you do this deal.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I thought so. I thought I smelled that. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it, but I'm going to kind of try to get in everybody's business in a kind way a little bit here, just because when I put $100,000 on the table, I buy the right to get into your business. Just because I want to love you well, not because I'm being a control freak. That's all.
Oh, Dave, let me mention one thing that previous to my wife and I think about offering this money, our son-in-law did approach us and did say that he said he was paying 8%, 7 or 8% on some of his loans, and if I would lend him the money, he could pay it back at a reduced rate.
Yeah.
It would be 4%. So he brought the topic up.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not doing that, He's just trying to lower his interest
I
rate.
didn't want to do that.
I like this kid. I think he's a go-getter. He's gotten all the way through dental school. He's trying to work his way through this. He's gotten himself into a bunch of debt. I want to limit him getting into more debt later. I think your daughter married a good guy. It sounds like to me that I didn't hear anything in our conversation about this guy that rings a bell wrong. So he just, other than he's up to his eyeballs and he's swimming around trying to figure out the best thing a young guy can figure out what to do here. So yeah, if I'm in your shoes, I'm doing this. Now, you know about gift tax and you know about unified estate tax credit, and you know you can't give him $100,000 without doing that properly with your CPA, and there's a way to do it without, otherwise you're going to get a 55% gift tax. This is going to cost you $55,000 in taxes if you do this wrong. So make sure if you're going to give away a gift this size, that you're doing that properly through your estate planner and your CPA. But aside from that, that's how I would do it. I would sit down with him and Dad over coffee and go, okay, Dad, you put in 100, I'll put in 100. Let's get these kids on the track here, and then let them work their way through the rest of it. And I think they can, and that's fine. And yes, I would do that if I were in your shoes. I would not do this if people start bossing me around, or I start to feel like somebody's taking advantage of the fact that I'm willing to be generous. I'm going to be wise about that, but not, I just don't want to get involved in toxicity and start throwing money in the middle of a toxic soup. That'll take you to a bad place. So anyway, it doesn't make it get better if it's toxic. If it's good and you put money in it, it makes it get better. And that's where you want to go.